Hello, welcome to Campus Spotlight. I'm Callie Woods, a communication major at Missouri Southern State University. This program features a look at life on campus at MSSU. The interviews were conducted by students in the professional interviewing class in the fall of 2016. This program begins with visits with some students at Missouri Southern. Up later, we'll look at Southern athletics. Our first interview features a Missouri Southern student who has taken his interest in working in radio beyond campus to a local radio station.
And thank you for joining us here on Campus Spotlight. My name is Ryan Land, and my guest today is Justin Eves. He is a junior mass communications major here at Missouri Southern State University, and he's also involved with the radio and music industry. So Justin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me today, Ryan.
Justin, start off by telling me just a little bit about yourself. Let's get to know you a little bit.
Okay, well, first off, as you know, I am a broadcaster over at the KKOW studio in Pittsburgh, and I do all three stations there, 96.9 The Cow, 860 AM KKOW, and KSCK Classic Rock 99.1. I also have a music project. It's all instrumental music that I originally write that's within the style of the electrical synth sounds of the 1980s. And of course, the project itself is called 1985. So I've been doing that ever since the winter time of 2012. So
very nice. What inspired you to go into music?
Well, first off, my older brother, he recently passed away, but he was a great guitarist. And as a teenager, he pretty much started guitar at 14 years old, I would say, and I would just listen to him play guitar, and I'd be like, man, I would love to be as great of a musician as he is. And at the time, I was getting started with the high school band. I was playing trumpet in the marching band and stuff like that. And I started playing the bass guitar at age 14, and I would always watch him just shred all those licks and everything, and I would just be like, man, I will never be as good as he is. And he just sat there one day and told me, Justin, one day you're going to be as good as I am and you're going to laugh at yourself. And he was right. So he was one of my biggest inspirations for not only perfecting the bass, but also just, pursuing in music and pursuing in that journey. So
what would be some of the music that your brother played, like the genre?
I would say he mostly did the heavy metal stuff. Like he was more into Metallica. He was more into Pantera, and Dimebag Darrell was actually, who was the guitarist of Pantera, was the guitarist of Pantera. That was his biggest idol at the time. So he tried to learn all those ridiculous solos from each of those songs and stuff like that, and he did it. So
tell me just a little bit about your radio career. Do you think your love for music inspired you to go into radio?
I would believe so, because of the fact that, when you're working as a radio DJ, you work with a lot of music, whether it's country music, classic rock, or any other genre. It's the greatest job, knowing the fact that you can you clock in every day and just board op or do on-air work for pretty much a show that consists of nothing but music throughout the entire time. And sometimes it's actually the music that you love, which is really, really cool. So
very nice. What else do you do at the radio station besides have your show?
Well, I board up for the football games, the Girard Trojans. Back in the summertime, I board up for the Joplin Blasters. And yeah, sometimes I do some board opping. I also do power change. I pretty much at like 6:45 at right now, I just change the power of the AM station. You just like change it, get all the power readings, and just get all the power readings of the transmitter towers and stuff like that. So, and that's pretty much it.
Very nice. Well, you say you're a junior mass communications major. When you graduate, would you like to go into the radio broadcasting industry?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to. I think I believe that is the career that I'm meant for. And I have all my friends and family saying, like, Justin, you're made for this. So I do believe not only that, but the fact that it's so fun. I always enjoy going to work every single time, and whether just doing voice tracks or just simply board opping, it's still a very fun thing to do. Especially knowing the fact that I'm getting paid for it. So
good deal.
That was good.
Good deal. Remind the viewers one more time what station you're on and from what time and what day.
Well, I'm doing all three stations at the KKOW studio. I am pretty much Sunday nights from 10 to midnight. I'm on 96.9 KKOW Country. Usually the times on the weekends vary on the AM stations, but usually I do around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday on KKOW 860 AM. And for sure, Sundays, if you guys tune in into KSCK Classic Rock 99.1 FM. It's 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Sunday night. So
Very nice. Well, Justin, thank you so much for joining me here on the show today.
thank you for having me, Ryan.
And we'll be right back with more Campus Spotlight coming up.
Up next, we have an interview with a student who has spent a large part of her life at Southern as the daughter of a staff member. We find out what it's like to grow up on campus, then come here as a student.
Hi, I'm Phaze Rader, and this is Campus Spotlight. I'm here today with Dana Stiles. Dana, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself?
Like you said, my name is Dana, and I am a senior psychology major here at Southern. I am graduating in May, so that's pretty exciting.
Awesome,
And
lucky.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool. And so what's your future career plans?
I plan to go on to grad school. Fingers crossed, I get into a doctorate program in social psychology or experimental and do research and maybe work in an academic setting like a college like this one.
Awesome. So what is it about your academic experience that maybe differentiates you from the rest of the student body here?
Well, besides my involvement, because everyone's involved, I actually have a parent on campus who works in the comm department. Her name is Judy Stiles, and she is a professor and as well as the general manager of the TV station.
Wow, which is where we are right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit about that. Like, how does it affect your academic life here at Southern?
Well, so my mom's been working here since I've been born, and so I've literally grown up on campus. I know the ins and outs of Webster Hall, which is pretty cool.
You're running around in your diapers?
Yeah, well,
whenever you're
maybe
a
not
baby?
that, but like when I was older, if there was a snow day and my mom didn't have the day off, I'd come here. So like my college career started pretty early, you could say.
Yeah.
But having her on campus, I'll go to a class and a professor will be like, I know your mom. She's really cool. And I'll be like, yeah, she is pretty cool. And they'll be like,
So it sort of gives you a relationship with the
Yeah,
professors before you even walk in the door.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
so how does that feel? Like, do you think that it helps you to maybe grow as a student, or do you think it's, I don't want to say a burden, but do you think it kind of puts a lot of pressure on you, or?
Yes and no. So depending on the department, I feel like there's some pressure where, like when I took my oral communication class, I definitely felt like, oh, this person really knows me outside of class. And so that was really nice because I felt like I had a connection with that professor, but then I was also aware of the fact that they might grade me a little bit more harshly, as well as the fact that if the professor knows me beforehand or knows of me or knows of my mother, then that can just be a little weird whenever they don't know you as a person yet, so you have to work to build that relationship as opposed to, oh, you're
Kind of
just,
establish yourself as an individual
Yeah,
rather than Judy Stiles' daughter.
which is not a bad thing to be, but at the same time, I want to be my own person.
Sure, of course, yeah. But it seems like, based on, you said you were involved on campus, that you have established yourself as your own person. You are Dana Stiles, not Juna Stiles' mom. So tell me a little bit about what you do on campus, like what sort of activities you're involved in.
Well, I am involved in the honors program on campus, and that has been a great experience. I'm in a sorority, and I'm in a couple of other academic clubs, like ODK and Alpha Chi and stuff like that.
Okay, and so those other academic clubs, are those honors programs also?
Mostly,
okay,
yeah.
Awesome. So whenever you were interested in pursuing, obviously academically you're very involved. Do you think that that is because your mom is a professor, or because she's here, kind of shadowing you as you go through your career here at Southern?
In a way, possibly. She definitely has encouraged me throughout my life to focus on my academics. That's something that I strive to do well in, an area of my life. And so having her on campus, I think makes me able to share with her this experience sometimes, as well as she encourages me to do those things. But at the end of the day, it's my decision. So in a way, having her on campus and her presence maybe gives me a leg up in some areas, but also seeing her and knowing that what I do may reflect on her at some way makes me want to be a more academically successful student.
Right, of course. Okay, so, you obviously go to Southern, you're graduating in May. What is it, do you think that growing up here, wandering the halls as a child on your snow days, having your mom as a professor here, I know that as a staff or a faculty, their children would get free tuition. So do you think that influenced your decision to go to Southern? Did you?
Actually, no. Because I came here due to the honors program. They have a phenomenal program, and I got my tuition, a scholarship through them that helped. But if that wouldn't have happened, having that free tuition would have been nice, especially because I've always known since day one that undergrad was not my end. I still had to go and get a master's or a doctorate or something. So saving money now was kind of like a good idea. So
Yeah, you don't want to leave
yeah.
college like the rest of us with a bunch of money. and
Hopefully
loans.
not. It'll happen though, unfortunately.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like, you know, having her here has been
Yeah.
a great experience for you, and it sounds like for her as well. She has a daughter who's successful and who's graduating
yeah,
soon, and
yeah.
she gets to grow up and then make lots of money and take care of
Hopefully,
her
yeah,
someday. Yeah.
fingers crossed.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Dana, for
problem.
seeing me
Thanks.
today and talking to me about this. Thank you so much, and this was Campus Spotlight.
Choosing a major is a big decision for many students. Our next interview features a student who has chosen social work as her area of study.
Welcome to Campus Spotlight. I'm Kourtney Moreland, and I'm here with Lauren Bradley. Lauren is she's in the social work program here at Missouri Southern. So to start off with, Lauren, could you just tell us a little bit about what motivated you to pursue the social work?
I actually wanted to join the social work program because of my experience with a social worker. They helped me out a lot through counseling and a bunch of different stuff during middle school and high school. So I wanted to do that, give back and help somebody else out like I was helped. So that's kind of why I applied there.
Yeah, do you still keep in contact with that social worker?
Occasionally I will go catch up with her, but we have a good relationship.
That's good. So it's good that you had someone to help guide you into that. You're currently involved with the Children's Haven for the internship.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, both semesters this fall and spring semester I will be there. It's roughly 20 hours a week. So I've been spending a lot of time with the kids, doing different things for them.
What kind of things do you do with the children? Do you...
Activities, just sitting down and talking to them, playing games with them.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot with the board meetings they have, doing a lot of graphs and different stuff to present, as well as working several booths promoting Children's Haven.
Where do you do the booths at?
I've done a few here at Missouri Southern and then out in the community.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, do you know what your plans are for the future? Are you going to get a master's degree?
That is the plan as of right now. I'm applying to 3 different schools. So upon waiting for that to go through, hopefully I'll get to go to a master's program.
What are you looking at? Are you going to travel?
I'll probably stay around here, UMKC or KU, more than likely.
And then after that, do you want to still stay around?
It's kind of up in the air. I don't know quite yet.
Do you have it, like, as far as job opportunities, do you have any other ideas? Like, are you wanting to work?
I know I want to work with either children or teens. So not more of the child side instead of adults, but I'm open to whatever.
Yeah. What are the other people in your social work program? I know you have a small group of people in that.
Yeah, we started out with 26 or 7, I think, and we're down to 13.
Oh, okay. And what kind of things are they doing? I know they're probably doing some internships.
Yeah, we have a wide variety. Some people are with Head Start. We've got Economic Security, Heartland. We're all over the 4-state area.
Do you guys get together and kind of share your experiences so you can kind of get an idea of what other people are doing?
Yeah, actually our first class that we have every Tuesday is just a reflection on everyone's experiences and how their internships are going. So it's kind of nice to be able to bounce things off of everybody else.
Yeah, I bet that is. Do you have any advice for people that are considering to, go into the social work program, or?
I don't know about advice, but it's a great program, and the teachers, both Renee and Jeremy, are awesome. It's just a fun group to be with, and you do good things for the community. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, Lauren.
Welcome.
And that will be all for Campus Spotlight.
The School of Education helps prepare the teachers of tomorrow. Our next interview features a student who has chosen education as her major. Hello, I'm Callie Woods, and for this episode of Campus Spotlight, I have with me Ashley Abeyta, who is an education major here at Missouri Southern. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for being with me. So to kind of start out, how exactly did you make this decision to become an education major?
I guess it was when I was younger, my family was always telling me that I was unique and that I was going to make a difference one day. And one day when I was like helping a classmate and I saw the light bulb go off in their head, I just knew that one day that was like the difference I wanted to make was helping students.
Yeah, how special. So did you start out starting here with that major, or did you change in the middle?
I actually have not changed my major once.
Really?
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I would say probably since I was like 8 years old. So.
Interesting. I feel like that's very rare, actually. So what exactly goes into getting your degree? I know you guys have like a lot more credits you have to finish with, a lot more hours that go into it, and there's also several tests that you have to take, right?
Yes. There's 3 standardized tests throughout the duration of getting an education degree, and it starts with the MOGIA, which you take before you enter into what the education program calls a junior block. And that's basically just like a content assessment. Basically, the term for it is Missouri General Education Assessment. So it just tests over the 4 core subjects. And then you will take the Missouri Content Assessment, which is also along the same lines. You take the 4 core subjects, but it's on the teacher side of it. So how you would teach it to your students kind of thing. And then during your last semester, you take the MO-PTA, which is a pre-service teacher assessment. And that is how you end up getting certified as a teacher and being able to get your license.
Right, so a lot more goes into it that
Yes.
people don't even realize. Gotcha. So what other on or off-campus activities are you involved in?
I'm actually in the honors program on campus. I'm also in Omicron Delta Kappa, which is a national leadership society. Kappa Delta Pi, which is a teacher's honor society, and then Alpha Chi, which is just a national honor society.
Gotcha. So, I mean, how do you make time for all of it? Is there like a specific, maybe like organization method you use, or how do you stay organized and make time?
Honestly, my planner is my best friend. I write down everything as soon as I hear it, assignments, meetings, times and dates, because all of these societies all have like their own set things that we have to go through, but I just honestly planner.
Yeah, gotcha. So, I mean, would you consider yourself to have a social life, or are you just kind of strictly education involved?
Well, I am pretty focused on school, but I also have 3 jobs, unfortunately, but
What are those?
I babysit, and I work as an administrative assistant over in the honors program, and I also work at Charlotte Russe in the mall. So, I mean, that keeps me pretty busy, but I try to make sure at least once a week that I'm taking time for myself and making sure that I become a social person for one day.
Not a hermit doing
Right.
homework. Gotcha. So, I mean, do you have a plan B at all, or like is your plan A foolproof? Like when you graduate, like what you plan to do?
I probably should have a plan B because I know nothing's ever set in stone, but I'm pretty confident with how I've been going in school so far and getting a job. I'm actually trying to get a job in a different state, so that makes me a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks again for being with me, Ashley. I'm Callie Woods for Campus Spotlight. The music department is highly visible on campus, especially with the marching band during football games. But do you have to be a music major to participate in band? We'll find out more in this interview.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Costley, and we are here from the campus of Missouri Southern State University. I am here with Missouri Southern's assistant band director. Hi, I'm Benjamin Costley here from Missouri Southern State University, and I'm here with Missouri Southern's assistant band director, Michael Oglesby. How are you doing today, Michael?
Doing great.
All right. Well, you want to tell me a little about yourself? Where you went to college? Just a little history.
Yep. I went to college at Pittsburgh State University, got my undergrad there, and then taught at Webb City and Aurora. And during my time at Webb City, I got my master's in wind conducting at Pittsburgh State University.
Okay. And when did you start working here at Missouri Southern?
I started working here in the fall of 2012, I believe. This is my 4th year here.
And what does your position here entail?
I work with the wind players, the marching band, and occasionally do a little bit of work with the concert band, just hopefully making them sound great.
Yeah, yeah, and they definitely do sound great. I've been to a lot of games here. I actually played in the band back in the day here in '06, and it has just grown exponentially over the past, 10 years, I guess.
And you played in the Web City band.
Yeah, actually, he was my band director at Web City way back in high school. So who can join Missouri Southern bands?
Anyone who's interested in playing in a band, we have an ensemble available for them, whether it's a marching band, a concert band, jazz band, and there are scholarships available. Obviously, there's some requirements that have to be met, and Dr. Espinosa, who's the director of bands, could help them with understanding those requirements.
Okay, and do you have to be a music major?
You do not have to be a music major. We would encourage anyone who's had any sort of background throughout high school and to come visit with us and be a part of what we're doing here.
So as far as variety of different types of bands at Missouri Southern, could you just name off, just the basic bands that you could be a part of, ensembles, bands?
Yeah, of course, most everyone knows the marching band. So we do have the marching band. During basketball season, we have pep band. There's jazz bands, jazz combos that are available. If you're a brass player, there's brass choirs, there's trumpet ensemble, there's percussion ensembles. There are a variety. I mean, if you're a vocal-oriented person and you sing, there are choirs. Dr. Charlo does a great job with that. So we have numerous ensembles available.
So just tons of opportunity if you love music here at Missouri Southern. And so let's just narrow it down a little bit to marching band, which is personally my favorite type of band to be involved in. Can you tell me a little bit about marching band, what it entails, just on a regular game day week?
Well, marching band meets 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 2 to 4. We meet in Finney Hall many times at the practice field down south of the end zone. And we work on our music. Obviously, we memorize our music. We have pep tunes that we're working on. And then we also have drill that we've got to learn on the field, pregame show that we've got to do. On game days, we typically meet about 4 hours prior to the game, start warming up, rep everything, make sure we've got everything in order, and then we have pregame that we've got to do, and national anthem and all that stuff. So it's game days are big days for us.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. And to move on the fun, do the students in marching band seem like they have a lot of fun?
I think they do. I mean, they show up on time, typically smiling, and we get work done, and sometimes we even get out of rehearsal early because they've got their stuff together and we're ready to move on.
Yeah, and so with Missouri Southern bands, is it just about the music, or is there anything deeper than the music? Is there something large that it's all about beyond the music?
I personally think that if a student leaves any ensemble that I've been around and they think it's just about music, I think that I've failed as an instructor. The skills that we teach them, they should be able to take out into the real world life, even if they're not a music major, and apply those skills and be more successful even in the workforce. It's also, of course, about having fun and making lifelong friends. If you've left band and you haven't made friends, then we've done you an injustice as instructors as well, because we want people to enjoy their college experience. So, yeah, it's more than just the music. And we're also there to, entertain the crowd. If the crowd leaves a game and we haven't entertained them, then we've failed as an ensemble as well. We're trying to create an exciting atmosphere at the football games.
Yeah, definitely. And so if I was an incoming freshman coming to Missouri Southern, where would I go to get more information about the band here on campus?
If you wanted to come in campus, come over to Finney Hall. The easiest way is just go to Finney, and the music office is right there. You could find Rita, and she could direct you to any of the music faculty that would be available. Dr. Espinosa is the head director of bands, and he coordinates everything, conducts the wind ensembles and the pep bands. And if you're interested in the marching side, he would be the primary source I would try to get to. But like I said, Finney Hall, Rita is our music secretary, and she could get you hooked up.
All right. Hey, well, thank you for being with me today, Michael. And it's a good time to be part of Missouri Southern Bands. And until next time, have a good day.
We turn now to athletics. Our first interview is with a member of the Lions football team.
Welcome to Campus Spotlight. My name is Jada James, and joining me is Ricky Green. Today we'll be talking about Missouri Southern football. So, Ricky, tell me a little bit about yourself, like your major, where you're from.
Right now I'm currently a general studies major, minor in business. from Mississippi. I'm currently on the football team right now. I'm a senior.
And how long have you been a part of the football program here at Missouri Southern?
This is my second year. I'm a transfer student from Copiah Lincoln in Mississippi, and I came in. This is my second year, my last year here.
Okay, so why did you choose to play for Missouri Southern?
I was actually come on a visit here, and they toured me around the campus, and I liked what I seen, and liked the football program, and I felt like it was a good program to come, and then the education part was a big part of it too.
So what was your favorite part that made you grasp toward Missouri Southern the most?
Really the campus and the football field and all that, they really just grasped me to come. It grabbed my attention a lot.
That's good. So what's your position on the team?
I played defensive back.
Okay, so do you like that position?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, so if you can choose any other position to play, what would it be?
I'll play quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I played all through high school, so I feel like I do good at quarterback.
Okay. So besides football, what are some other things about Missouri Southern that you enjoy?
Outside of football, I like hanging with a couple teammates, going out, just having a good time, having good conversations, just making memories every day.
That's good. So what are your plans after graduation?
After graduation, I'm going to look forward to forwarding my career, or after that, I'll probably go to State Trooper School in Mississippi.
Okay, why would you choose State Trooper School?
Because I feel like it's a good field. You know, I looked at it, you know, the salary base, I looked at all that, and I feel like it would be a great career to go with.
Okay, and so do you feel that Missouri Southern and the football program have prepared you for your future endeavors?
Yeah, it prepared me a lot for the life after football, and because the coaches, they sit down and talk, they are a very good listening ear when I need them, and they just tell me to get right when I'm doing wrong, and they help me a lot. They help me a lot.
Well, that's good. So do you have any memorable moment of being a part of the football team?
It was last year, September 3rd, 2015. We played Emporia State University. It was my first time playing here in front of a big crowd, my biggest crowd ever playing in front of, and I ended the game with 2 interceptions, and that was like a big accomplishment for me. So that was a good moment in my life. So.
Well, that's good. Congratulations, and thank you for interviewing with me.
All right, no problem.
Behind the scenes of every sport, coaches are hard at work. Up next, we meet one of the men's assistant basketball coaches.
Welcome to Campus Spotlight. My name is Melton Sanders. I'm here with Missouri Southern's assistant men's basketball coach, Jamahl Dupriest. How you doing, Coach?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So Coach, why don't you start by telling us a little about your coaching history, how long you've been coaching?
Well, I've been coaching for about 6 years now. This is my second year here at Missouri Southern. Prior to coming here, I was at Langston University for a couple of years and in Oklahoma City. And then before that, I was at Coffeyville Community College in Coffeyville, Kansas for a few years. So.
Okay, pretty neat background. As one of the assistants here at Missouri Southern, what role do you play in your coaching?
Well, it varies. Just day-to-day operations as far as watching film, getting guys better, practice preparation, budgeting, recruiting. So a little bit of everything. It's a little bit different than Division I. We only have 3 coaches on staff, so each one of us have to take on a heavy workload.
Okay, and I take it you like your coaching staff so
yeah,
far?
I love it, yep.
Okay, cool. About how many hours throughout a day does it take out of your time as coaching?
That varies as well. During the season, I usually get here around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Usually get home around 7, and then watch some film at home, so that's another 2 hours. And then not including recruiting trips and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of hours. You spend a lot of time away from your family, but it's all positive.
Okay, so the statement that you spend more time with the guys at your job than home with your family is quite true, huh?
Yeah, it's very true, especially during the season.
Okay, I'm sure that takes a lot of passion, hard work, and energy out of your day. Any coaches that you admire on the professional level?
Yeah, every staff that I've worked on, I've always been the youngest coach. So I look to those guys for guidance. Some of my former coaches, John Henry, who I played for in college, my former high school coach, Rodney Jones, Coach Boshi, of course, I've learned a lot from him, and then Coach Jay Herkelman at Coffeyville. He's been coaching for about 25 years, so I call him for advice and to bounce ideas off him as well.
Okay. So before we close here, why don't you tell us a little bit about Missouri Southern's basketball this year? What can the fans expect?
Can definitely expect the up-tempo style, a lot of ball pressure, guys that are going to compete, play hard, want to give the fans a treat, not really looking to slow the ball down, trying to put a lot of points on the board, just have fun, be passionate and win a lot of games.
Okay. Any hopes of an MIAA conference championship?
Yeah, that's always the goal whenever you step on a basketball court, is to win and to win big. So championship is always the goal every single season.
For sure. I'm sure this season will be one for the books. That's about all the time we have here for today, and I want to thank you for coming out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Campus Spotlight. We invite you to stay tuned for future programs. I'm Callie Woods. Thank you for joining us today.